Hello there, random person on the internet, and today we're asking the question, how will our opponent defeat us without any permanents? Well, spoiler alert, they don't. Now, destroying all of our opponent's permanents, including the lands, is not something the game incentivizes you to do. The cards that do that by themselves are always symmetric. They always wreck your own board state or even discard your own hand. Wait, what am I doing here? These cards aren't even on Arena. Oh, this is the ad read. Haha, okay, well, if you want any of these cards, check out cardkingdom.com, your place to go for anything Magic related. Link is in the description. Now, let's go destroy some permanents, hopes, and dreams. Alright, this one looks like a keep. Some of my long-term viewers might see this hand, sense where this is going, and almost feel bad knowing the absolute annihilation we are going to bring upon our opponents this video. As usual, don't worry if you don't know all the cards, I'm going to explain everything along the way. Oh, like this Waste Knot right here. 2-mana enchantment, whenever we discard a card, depending on the card type, they create a zombie, 2-mana, or draw a card. So let's run out as many spells as we can before we have to discard them. Shock in a Stomping Ground, play a Tangled Thrower-Hedron, please don't discard our hand. Oh, Fable of the Mirror Breaker, that is fine with me. Creates a goblin. We draw Shigeki and play a Fires of Invention, a 4-mana enchantment that says you can cast spells only during your turn and you can cast no more than 2 spells each turn, but you may cast spells with mana value less than or equal to the number of lands you control without paying their mana cost. So let's play Shigeki for free as our second spell and pass the turn. Fable triggers, they discard 2, draw 2. And there's a Thoughtseize making us discard a card. At least we already played Fires of Invention. Discard our Fae of Wishes, which is a creature, so they created 2/2 zombie with Waste Knot. Oh, and sacrifices that token to play Ob Nixilis with Casualty of 2. Yikes, so they get a second copy with 2 loyalty, plus as 1, so we either lose 2 life or discard a card. If they're asking like this, I take the life loss, thank you very much. And another one, down to 14. Swing with the Goblin, creates a treasure, block it. Oh my, well, would have loved to draw a land here, but if we get lucky, we can set up for an insane next turn. For this we need 6 lands though, so activate Shigeki, return it to our hand, reveal the top 4 cards of our library, put a land among them on the battlefield, and the rest into our graveyard. Temple of Mystery Scries. Oh wow, good thing we did this because we really need to draw a land next turn. Replay Shigeki as our first spell, and for our second spell, cast the Granted Side of Fae of Wishes. So we reveal a non-creature card from our sideboard and put it into our hand. Now before I explain everything, a lot of things have to go right to pull this one off, but next turn might be catastrophic for our opponent. We just have to hope they don't have too much discard or removal, which seems highly unlikely considering the deck they play. Let's punch one of the Ob Nixilises to strike some fear into our opponent and hope for the best. Fable transforms into Reflection of Kiki-Jiki. They plus Ob Nixilis. We take 2. Well, yep, take another 2. Corrupt Court Official enters the battlefield. We discard a card. At least we get to choose which one. Discard Sweltering Suns, so they draw a card with Waste Knot. Come on, opponent, just let it happen. Fable of the Mirror Breaker, okay, that is not discard or removal. Attacks with the other, creates a treasure, we block. And they pass the turn and we draw a land. Oh my god, if there's a land in the top 4 cards of our library, it's about to go down. Activate Shigeki, and there it is. Put it on the battlefield. Play our 6th land and cast Repeated Reverberation, a 4-mana instant that says when you next cast an instant spell, cast a sorcery spell, or activate a loyalty ability this turn, copy that spell or ability twice. Now, which spell would be pretty cool to copy twice here? How about Casualties of War? Destroy a planeswalker, land, enchantment, creature, and artifact. Don't mind if I do. Oh my god, this will destroy 13 permanents. Oh my god. And now we can channel Shigeki to get our spells back from the graveyard and then use Colossals. Oh, wait, never mind. I guess we have to see it in the next game. Oh wow, what's this? A handful of like buttons? I mean, if you like my content, you should definitely tap that like button, but we sadly have to mulligan this one. Thanks for liking the video though. This one looks better. Bottom a Fae of Wishes, play a Florahedron as a land, and really hope to draw a blue source for this Growth Spiral next turn. Opponent plays a Triumph, passes back. Oof, we draw Casualties of War, that's not a blue land at all. Play a Shigeki, pass the turn. Opponent Island. And main phase Growth Spiral, okay, puts a land into play. I guess that's a blue source for next turn. Play a Triumph, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Temple Garden tapped and just passes back, okay. Let's activate Shigeki end of turn. Wait, what does our opponent have here? Discontinuity ends the turn before the ability resolves. I guess that's fine with me. Discontinuity is actually hilariously good against our game plan, so we have to be a bit careful here. Shock in a breeding pool, replay Shigeki, pass the turn. Memory Deluge main phase, so probably looking for a land. Yep, there it is. End of turn, play a Growth Spiral. Ooh, Fires of Invention is perfect. Put a land into play. Oh my god, and a repeated Reverberations top deck central over here. Play the Fires, so now we can play one more spell with up to 5 mana value for free this turn. Like this, Escape to the Wilds. Exile the top 5 cards of your library. You may play cards exiled this way until the end of your next turn. And you may play an additional land this turn. Well, play a land, play an additional land, pass the turn. Oh boy, if we untap with Fires here, it's game time. Whoa. Well, I guess game time is cancelled. Exiles our Fires of Invention. I guess that's fair. Let's activate Shigeki end of turn. Get a land, mill some goodies. Oh my god, these will come in handy later. Alright, let's play Tamiyo Collector of Tales. Use her -3 ability to return a card from our graveyard to our hand. Now we could get back and replay Fires of Invention, but at this point we ramped so much that we can just hardcast our spells. So let's grab Escape to the Wilds instead. Play a land, cast Escape. Ooh, that World Tree is perfect. This allows all of our lands to tap for any color, so we can cast Casualties of War without the help of Fires of Invention next turn. Let's see if our opponent finds a way to stop us. Plays a land. That passes the turn. Sure. Yep, before a draw step, Discontinuity, which just ends the turn, so all these cards exiled with Escape to the Wilds will be gone next turn, but we get to untap here, so let's use Shigeki's channel ability in response. Pay X and green, discard it, and return X target non-legendary cards from our graveyard back to our hand. Re-ramped up to 10 mana, so X equals 4. Get back all the good stuff, and well, end the turn. Opponent, land, and Alrund's Epiphany creates 2 birds, takes an extra turn. Another Alrund's Epiphany, more birds, more turns. Yep, kills Tamiyo, takes another turn. Oh, look who it is, Big Daddy Ugin. Now that usually wins the game, but in this case that's actually very bad. Yep, they can plus it to shoot us for 3, swing in for 4, but we're going to untap with 10 mana of any color here, so you know what time it is. Repeated Reverberations. Casualties of War, destroy a planeswalker, land, creature, do that 3 times. Oh my god, now they're down to 5 lands and a bird. It's like we time reverse them after taking all these extra turns. Play a Temple, scry Growth Spiral to the bottom. Ooh, speaking of reversing time, Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. Probably the best way to spend 5 mana here. Pluses it to draw a card and untap 2 lands end of turn. Plays a land, swings for 1, untaps 2 lands. Oh wow, we just rip another Casualties off the top. Well, in that case, play Repeated Reverberations, see if they have a counter. And they don't. Well, here comes the pain. Destroy target creature, land, planeswalker, copy it twice. Don't copy it twice. Oh, we might have some connection issues here. I'm pretty sure that's not even roping. They probably just closed Arena altogether, and to be honest, I can't even fault them for it. Well, that is GG. Alright, this one looks like a keep to me, but we'd really love to find an untapped land next turn. Play a Florahedron as a land, pass the turn. Opponent plays Castle Lockrain, passes back. Yikes, that is not an untapped land. Play a Triumph, see what our opponent does. An Oven and a Cat. Well, good thing I can speed up the triggers in editing. We draw Fae of Wishes, play the other Florahedron as a land, pass the turn, keep up Growth Spiral, and there goes the cat. Whoop, but it doesn't come back. Okay, kinda weird, they could have attacked here. I play a land. Now they bring it back and pass the turn. Okay, end of turn, play a Growth Spiral, draw Escape to the Wilds, put a land into play. Oh, this is perfect. Play Fires of Invention, play a land, play Escape to the Wilds, exile 5 cards. Those are some solid hits for next turn, although if we draw casualties, we're just gonna hit him with the 1-2 instead. Cat Oven does its thing. And a Deadly Dispute. Sacrifices the cat, draws 2 cards, creates a treasure. Black Red Sacrifice doesn't really have any way to deal with an enchantment, so I'm not too worried about our Fires of Inventions here. They play a Woe Strider, create a Goat token, Shambling Ghast, and passes back. Sweet. Let's play a land, play a Tamio, plus her to choose a non-land card, then reveal the top 4 cards of your library, put all the cards with the chosen name into her hand and the rest into her graveyard, name Casualties of War, and miss. Okay, well, play Fae of Wishes to grab a card from our sideboard, grab an Alchemist's Gambit because, well, if they can't deal with Fires of Invention, we might as well keep up interaction and try to absolutely overkill them next turn. Opponent sacrifices a goat to do cat oven things, and pretty much has to kill us right here. Mayhem Devil? Well, that's an insanely scary card. Another Cauldron Familiar? Well, now's the time. In response, channel Colossal Sky Turtle, discard it, return a creature to its owner's hand. So if they want to sacrifice things to deal damage, they'll have to do it now. And they don't? Okay, swing for 4 at Tamio and swing for 1 at me. Wow, no respect for Tamio here. Well, here we go. Repeated Reverberations, cleave Alchemist's Gambit to take an extra turn, make that 3 extra turns. Okay, let's be honest, respect to our opponent for not scooping, but at this point there's no way we are not just gonna obliterate their whole existence. Plus Tamio for Casualties of War. Opponent does the thing. We miss again. Okay, well, next turn. How about this time? Nope. Play a Golos, enters the battlefield, search our library for a land card. And I guess it's time to set up the loop here. Channel Shigeki to return 2 non-legendary cards from our graveyard to her hand, get a Colossal Sky Turtle and repeated Reverberations. So now we can use the Sky Turtle to channel Shigeki back into her hand and repeat this process with all of our open mana while returning the spells we cast for free back into her hand every turn. But we also got 2 extra turns left here. Let's not be too rude to our opponent and end it as fast as possible. Use Fae of Wishes to grab a Torment of Hailfire. For 2 mana and X, it says repeat the following process X times. Each opponent loses 3 life unless that player sacrifices a non-land permanent or discards a card. That should be well enough if we do it 3 times, but hey, let's give it one more shot to see if we can decimate our opponent's board first. Opponent sacrifices a cat to scry. That is actively bad for them, but I'm pretty sure this Torment is gonna be insanely lethal anyways. Miss on the casualties. I guess it's time to end this. Repeated Reverberations. Torment of Hailfire, make sure we don't accidentally cast it for free because then X would equal 0. X equals 6, 3 times, that's 18 Hailfires, which will deal 30 damage to our opponent after sacrificing all their non-land permanents and discarding their hand, so opponent scoops him up. Now this deck has a lot of tricks up its sleeve. There's just so many spells that get crazy when you triple them, like Inscription of Insight, which you can cast for free and still pay the kicker costs with Fires of Invention, and if you triple that up, it just gets insane. Wait, you want another game? Oh my god, but we already caused so much pain. Bonus game! Alright, this one looks like a keep to me. Say hello to our opponent. They play a land, play a Thoughtseize, accidentally target themselves, and scoop in shame. Yeah, quality content. You know these cards that are craftable on Arena but banned in every format? Well, Seth and I burned our wild cards to face them off against each other in some of the craziest Arena gameplay you'll ever see. This video and more in my playlist, check them out. Remember to tap that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.